My name is Laura. I review popular internet recipes to see if they're actually any good and if they can be achieved by us, mere normal people. And today, non-chefs, we are going to be attempting the croissant recipe by CLAIRE SAFFITZ. Claire. You all know Claire. We know Claire. And New York Times Cooking. I've put off making croissants since I started this channel. It was one of the first few recipes I thought of, and I'm still not convinced I want to do it. Due to their labor-intensive, blood, sweat and tears motto, and the fact that it can take like 3 days. In fact, I even read a comment that said it would be quicker to fly to France, get a croissant there, than it is to make it. Hold up. Auckland to Paris, 23 hours. Oh, it's still quicker to fly from this end of the world. 23 hours and 32 minutes. Half an hour quicker than it is to make them. Well, in that case, we best get baking then. But first, pew pew, Laura's not a chef for all things food and Laura Danielle for my personal profile. Yeah! My Ko-fi account will be linked down below if you ever want to show more support. If you enjoy food videos, review videos, and so on being chaotic, silly, idiotic at times, consider subscribing. Alright, now let's go to the ingredients. Ingredients! Alright. So my goal today as a non-chef is to at least try and get a pastry that resembles a croissant and is edible. I actually began this recipe this morning because the dough needs time in the fridge to rest. It's a resting dough right now. Alright, so let me catch you up to what we've done. In a bowl of a stand mixer fixed with a dough hook, or in my case, if you do not have such things, then a wooden spoon and a big ass bowl. Combine the flour, sugar, salt and yeast and stir to combine. So then we create a well in the center and pour in the water and milk. We mix on low, or in my case, slowly, until a tight and smooth dough comes together around 5 minutes. Then remove the hook and cover the bowl with a damp towel and set aside for 10 minutes. And then we get back and start mixing at medium-low speed. Add the butter all at once, continue to mix and scrape down the bowl once or twice until the dough has formed a very smooth and stretchy ball that is not at the least bit sticky. About 8 to 10 minutes. Then we form the dough into a ball and place seam side down, and then we do a stabby stab. Then we place it into the same mixing bowl, cover with plastic wrap, let it rise at room temperature for about 45 minutes to 1 hour. We transfer to the refrigerator and chill for at least 4 hours and up to 12. So for me, it's been about 5 hours. Oh no, it's been 4 hours. I'm ahead of myself. I don't even know where I am half the time. So whilst we're just gonna leave it in there, we're gonna make it the butter block. And so with that we need butter. 340 grams. 339. What was the thing? 340. I had it pretty good. What do you think? Lead the way, Claire. I hope that this is big enough. Rolling pin. Alright, so we're gonna make a loose parcel first. How about like this? Is that good?
Lightly hit the butter. I don't want to like.
Oh, I'm like, hell yeah! Ugh. Lightly hit the butter, Laura. I'm hoping my neighbours are at work. Knock knock. What are you doing? You're being so loud. I'm making croissants. Dun, dun. Unravel it seems. 8-inch square. Let me get out of my room. Okay, so. That looks funny. There's a lot of concentration required in this. doing. I'm just gonna continue. So we've got to beat this to try and fill it into the corners until we can roll it out. Okay, well this is my one. That was stressful. Ugh, my little wrists. Butter block has finished. Oh my god, it's so cold. I'm not used to dough so cold. Okay, so now we take it out of here. It's kind of in a square shape, isn't it? Beating this out. Claire's saying that we want to control the fermentation process because we don't want things to go wrong. You know? So she said to put it in the freezer. So we've got to just wrap it up. And we're gonna roll it. Ugh, this is feeling awfully heavy after that butter incident. All right, so let's roll your dough. Gently like a dough. So let's put this in the freezer for about 20 minutes. And I'll be back then. All right, so it's been 20 minutes. So now we're going to get out our dough. This one, beep, beep, beep. And the butter. Okay, so we want a butter that will bend and not snap. All right, we're gonna roll out the dough. And the dough. Basically the same width as the butter. Roll it to be twice as long. As long as you try to maintain at all times your square sides. Oh no, I'm losing the square already. Oh good. Okay, I think that looks good. I'm gonna place it in the center of the dough. Get off the paper. Ugh. It's supposed to be a similar width. Oh well. We grab this end and we pull. I think. I'm trying to stretch out so this can meet me halfway. Okay, so it's like a little butter parcel. Now what do we do with the parcel? Oh no, we're gonna start. Oh no, I'm nervous. Stress needing. Periodically lifting it up to make sure it doesn't stick to our counter. Okay, now we're gonna make a very long and narrow slab so we don't press down because we don't want the butter to escape. Pushing motion. I hope I'm doing a good job. I mean, I doubt it, but one can hope. I don't think I've ever been so scared of a pastry in my life. I have genuine fear. Okay, well, this is just starting to like roll into itself. It's hideous. Hers looks so nice compared to mine. This is terrible. Mine is just a rectangle. Huh? Oh my god. Man, I was really over my head with this one. No, I can't see. It's all blended together. This is so rectangular. Let's do it like this. We're gonna put it in the fridge for 20 minutes and then the freezer for 1 hour. Okay, so see you then. Okay, so we've done the first turn and now we go on to the second turn. We basically just do exactly what we did for the first turn and roll it and fold it again. But the difference is I'm going to take you over here this time so I can roll it out properly. Come on over. Okay, let's roll this out so we roll. let's wrap that one back up. Pop it back in the fridge. It's looking a bit better. So I'm gonna put this in the fridge and then the freezer again, just like the first folding, and then get to the final bit before finishing up tomorrow. Okay, hello. So now it's the last part. Yay us. Hurrah! Sorry about the lighting. It is like 6:30 at the moment, but daylight savings waits for no one. So this is the last one before we leave it. Last one of the day before we leave it overnight. And then tomorrow we get to shape our little croissants and eat them. So yeah, we hit it again. Stay up, god damn it. So I'll do one roll this way. It's cool, you can see all the the butter underneath though. Instead of tapping my phone screen, I tapped the dough. Oh god. Don't want to pull it too much because it seems like it's in a fragile state. It's a little sensitive right now. So now we wrap it up again. Wrap it up again. Next one. Okay, so that concludes day one of the croissant. With that, I will see you tomorrow morning to continue with this recipe. That's sun, eh? Hi friends, welcome to day 2 of this croissant journey. So welcome back, and today we get the lovely task of cutting our little croissants and then proofing them. Alright, so first thing we're going to do is get a skillet. So the idea is that we are getting the water to an active simmer and then putting it in the oven, so then it creates a really steamy, humid, warm environment for our croissants to proof in, so they get all poofy and delicious. It's simmering, it's simmering. So let's put that in the bottom of the oven. Okay, so let's start with well, let's start with the bigger one first. I feel like I made mine a bit too thin. I'm just trimming it so that they're as even as possible for a non-chef life. That does not look even. Oh well, too late to know. Stretching out the bottom a little bit so it looks like a witch's hat. I'm just messing this up, so let's just start rolling. Boop. So that's the first one. Well, it kind of looks like a croissant. It looks a bit crazy, but croissant nonetheless. Just gonna do the rest of these. Batch 1. They're all different shapes and sizes. So let's just pop these on a baking tray. Pop these aside for now. So, oh, that's the wall. I'm just gonna do second batch, that one, then I'll be back. All right, so the second batch has been completed, and let's just wrap her up and then pop her in the oven for the proofing. So we'll be back in about 2.5 hours. Hopefully they would have puffed up a bit, you know, like a pufferfish. Yeah, from there we get to do the glaze, bake the croissant. Finally, I'll check in a few hours. Proofing time. Hi friends, it has been over 2 hours. I mean, over 2.5 hours, but not quite 3. Somewhere in between. So let us check on our little croissants. Oh no, I don't think they did anything. Well, the top layer I think they look the same. Yeah, they still look tiny, but the bottom layer, which was closer to the pan, you know, with the water in it, they did get bigger, but then also kind of leaked some butter. So that doesn't sound good. Maybe I should have rotated the trays halfway through so that they got more of an equal proofing. I mean, I'm gonna cook it regardless, but I don't know what to do about this one. Oh, I touched it. Oh no! I have a feeling these are gonna be pretty dense. Pretty dense croissants. Like these should have another round of proofing. Just maybe for like half an hour. I mean, the layer that was close to the pot, perhaps the pot was a bit too hot. The pot was too hot. It made the butter melt. We want the butter inside the croissant, you know? Not outside. I'll be back in like half an hour. Cooking time! Okay, so second batch of proofing. Oh no! Oh god. These have dribbled out on the butter as well, and they're sticking to the plastic wrap. No! Oh no! Oh god! Help! I think I'm just gonna have to cook them, to be honest. 375. So it says on the written recipe that it will be denser if the butter melts, and a few of mine have got the butter melted, dribbling out. So that's not good. It's one of those recipes that you need both. You need the visual representation, but you also need the written one just for that really precise detail. Claire does a great job in presenting with a lot of detail, but I think she wrote the recipe as well. So yeah, so for the egg wash, we need an egg yolk, dollop of cream. So my camera died, but after the glaze, put them in the oven for 20 minutes and then rotate trays, turn them around and do it for another 10 to 15 minutes. Serving time! We are here. We are at serving time. Mine, I mean, they kind of look like croissants. They don't look like the best croissant. All the butter just left the building. It was like, I'm out of here. And it had this like layer at the bottom of the tray. It was just butter. So it ended up kind of flat. But I'm gonna give this a try. Oh, it's don't think that's how it's supposed to look on the inside. It kind of tastes like I got the croissant dough and then just deep fried it. I mean, yeah, it's dense. Just a quick side note. I thought these ones, the second tray, looked better, but these ones, these brown ones, these taste really good, really delicious. So don't judge a book by its cover, because you never know what deliciousness is inside. I think the part that really let me down, that I thought was going to be the breezy part, the proofing. So I think, well, I was well aware at the time that I didn't do it properly. And she does say this, so this was all my fault because it was too hot. They didn't come out right because of that. And they didn't rise properly, which would give them the nice airy texture. I mean, my end goal was to have something that was edible that represents a croissant, and I think I did slightly better than that. This is my first time ever making pastry, like these kind of pastries. I feel like I learned a lot in the process, and even though it took over 2 days, this is a recipe that I would try again. Unlike the puff pastry where I'm like, I can't even look at you. But with these, if I had a spare weekend, very happily try this again. It took a lot of work, but didn't feel like I was suffering. It does seem like something I would enjoy the process of getting better at. And I think Claire, she did a really good job in trying to teach and give you as much advice as possible to guide you through the process. So yeah, as always, I will link the video I followed down below and the written recipe. I'll see you next week, friends, for another recipe review. Okay, bye.